Coming up,
You know, red is it's just such a powerful color.
E.T. has got you covered on all things fashion from the 93rd Annual Oscars.
Yeah. Gotta get the back.
From the stunning skin-bearing moments
One more wave.
to the men charming their way across the carpet.
Okay.
Plus, the ladies who brought big drama on Hollywood's biggest night with their gorgeous red carpet looks.
Here's your right down the middle right here. Perfect.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ET Live's The Download. I'm Denny Directo. With Sunday's Oscars, red carpet fashion was back and bolder than ever. To help me break down the biggest trends that we saw at the Academy Awards, I'm lucky enough to be joined by Bevy Smith, media personality and author of Bevelations, Lessons from a Mother, Auntie Bessie. She's got it right there in her hands. And ET's senior style editor, Marissa Runyon. Hello, ladies.
Hello,
Hi.
my love.
Let's get right into it. The first trend of the night, skin for the win. We saw so many women just daring in these gowns with some sexy cutouts, and they weren't afraid to bare a little skin. Let's start with Zendaya. She was a presenter last night. A lot of people were talking about this Valentino look that we got to see yesterday. It's this yellow silk chiffon gown, but also apparently it glows in the dark as well, y'all.
Yes.
I mean, La Roche always turns it out with Z. Bevy, let's start with you. What made this look so daring and so bold? What did you think of it?
Well, I mean, it really was it was paying homage. It was a complete throwback to Cher. I mean, you know, we have a complete look that is exactly as a doppelganger. So I just love that, you know, again, Zendaya is showing why she is a red carpet staple and a force to be reckoned with when it comes to style. And I'm always so proud of her because she's so young. And normally it takes people at least a decade to be able to slay the red carpet. But she's been doing this for so long now. She's an OG at this, even though she's still a baby.
Oh, she's definitely a style queen for sure. I mean, we've seen her all season long really turn it out. Marissa, what about this look surprised you?
Well, I mean, it's hard not to be surprised by Zendaya because her partnership with La Roche, her stylist, is so symbiotic. Like, they really work together on a creative level that I think transcends the red carpet. I mean, every look that she comes out with is a really big moment. So this, I mean, he actually joked on his Instagram this morning that he brought the wind too for this red carpet moment because it was such a vision. She was such a vision. It was such a moment. But she also has a really effortless way of wearing clothes and existing on the red carpet, even while wearing $6 million worth of Bulgari jewels, which she was last night. So, I mean, I'm always surprised by her, but in the best way.
I got to tell you, what surprised me most about her and why I'm consistently impressed is, like, obviously she is she's so fashion forward, but obviously with this nod to Cher, she respects like all those looks that came before her in a lot of ways. And I feel like collaborating with La Roche, they always want to make it a moment. And even the Wind knew it. They're like, you're wearing chiffon, you're wearing silk, let me blow it effortlessly for you on this red carpet. It really was something else. But let's switch gears.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead,
I was
girl.
going to just say really quick, you know, the 70s style is really her thing. She loves that kind of style. That was something that she paid homage to when she did her Tommy Hilfiger collaboration with La Roche. And so this is really her, like, wheelhouse. She loves chic 70s style.
She knows what she's doing, you know? But another style standout on the red carpet at the Oscars yesterday was Carey Mulligan. It was a dress you could see a mile away, but also within the audience there at the Oscars. She was wearing Valentino haute couture. Carey was fully on trend from last night. I mean, between the gold, the cutouts, even the drama of the train. Bevy, what was your reaction when you first saw this on the red carpet?
I didn't like it at all. I thought it was ill-fitting. I thought it looked like something that you're going to see a lot of for prom, which is a great thing for prom. I thought that it was ill-fitting for her. When you see the look on the runway, I thought it looked much better. I don't know. I thought the proportions were weird on her. And I absolutely didn't love it. I think it's beautiful, but I think she could have done something different.
Marissa, your thoughts. Did you feel like Carey wore the dress or did the dress wear her?
You know, the dress was wearing her a little bit. I have to agree with Bevy, but I did appreciate that she came to us with a really big moment because in a year of being so subdued, this was the moment that I was really hoping for, a big gown and a really big presence, especially on such a big night for her being nominated for Best Actress. So on that level, I really appreciated her coming out with a big look. But I do think it was a lot of volume for her.
I think with that reflection, like the iridescence of that gown, maybe it should have been a different shade, like maybe like pearl, like actual white. I don't know if that would look too bridal, but you know, I was also reminded of like the you know, the tube top kind of moment with the cutout.
Yeah, that
Reminded me
bandeau.
the bandeau,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
The bandeau reminded me of Taylor Swift when she wore that bandeau with the two like really hot pink
Yes,
colors at the Grammys,
the
and I feel like if
Grammys.
you're comparing those two, Taylor won it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? Someone else who wore cutout and gold was Andra Day. I'm so excited to hear what you guys thought about this because she really, I mean, this is her first time being nominated as an actress for an Academy Award, and she looked like a winner in this Vera Wang, and it was custom too. Also low key inspired by Cher. Marissa, let's start with you. This gown actually involved an unexpected technique to create it. What can you tell us about how it was made?
Yes, so this is custom Vera Wang, and Vera Wang actually just rebranded her entire brand. So this is Vera Wang Haute, which is just kind of short for haute couture. So it's couture light, but basically this whole dress, the fabric was actually a chain metal, like a chainmail metal. So she used welders to help put this dress together and actually weld it together. So that's why it has that liquid gold feel across her body, because it really is. It's liquid metal on her.
Yeah. Bevy, you know, if people know Andra Day as the singer, they'll know that this is a total transformation from when we first met her. You know, she always had that retro vibe, and now look at her out on the Oscars red carpet. How excited are you to see Andra's style evolution?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing about Andra. You can never really predict what she's going to do. But she actually said that this gown was really paying homage to Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday loved lingerie, so she wanted to make sure she showed skin. She wanted to be sexy. Also, her stylist, Worry Weiss, who also did H.E.R, the musician H.E.R. Worry told me that Andra actually had a dress very similar to this in her closet, but it was a mini skirt. And she said, I want to wear this. And he said, well, darling, we have to wear a gown. So that's how the collaboration between Vera Wang and Worry and Andra came about. So this is also, it was something that was inspired from her closet. And you know, Andra's the girl that wants to be comfortable. She's also the girl who's always going to buck the system and go her own way. So I'm not surprised by this at all. Also, I love her Tiffany's jewelry. I love a classic moment with such a racy kind of 1970s disco moment.
It was so good. And you know, the inspiration behind this Oscars glam is something she opened up to ET's Michelle Turner about just last month. Let's take a look.
One of my goals with the dress, I was talking to this incredible designer, and I told her I want to wear something that Andra Day, right, quote unquote, would not have typically worn before Billie Holiday. Like, she helped me to own my own vocal and artistic identity when I was like 11, 12. And so I want an homage to how she sort of helped me own my own womanhood now, playing her in this season of my life.
We love to see it. And we also love to see costume change. She actually switched into a metallic ensemble for her after party look. Just as daring, just as sexy, just as perfect. I mean, she's dripping in that silver metallic. What did you guys think of it?
Oh, that's, you know, it was actually a dance party, and it was filled with her family and friends. Most of the cast from United States versus Billie Holiday was there, including my daughter's son, Miss Lawrence. So he said it was a full-on dance party, and I think that's the reason why she wanted to wear something like that, but also paired with those chunky shoes so she could really party hard throughout the night and not have to worry about painful feet.
So she could celebrate and so she can move. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. But you know, you guys, it wasn't just the ladies who really turned it out at the Oscars. Let's talk about the men who really stepped outside beyond the tuxedo, starting with Leslie Odom Jr. He was a pre-show performer and, of course, a nominee. And for the night, he rocked that gold Brioni suit. It was so good, dripping in gold. I'm not sure we've ever seen a tux like this at the Oscars ever. Marissa, what do we know about the style details on this one?
So this is a custom-made Brioni suit for him, and Brioni actually uses gold, 24-karat gold and silk threads. So this suit was actually made with real gold. He's a real walking statue here, and the only people who can use this gold thread really are Brioni and the Vatican. Brioni also supplies this gold thread to the Vatican, so he's really truly royalty last night. And honestly, I would give him my best dress of the night. I thought this look was so unexpected. He wore it so well. And really, when you add up all the looks he gave us through the whole night, best dressed. I mean, I love a daring moment. He gave us 3.
Bevy, do you agree? How do you think Leslie pulled this off?
I mean, I didn't absolutely love this Brioni suit, but I do give him an A for effort because I love the fact that he was trying to channel The Oscar, he
The
looks
Oscar,
like
yeah.
a chocolatey Oscar. So it's like manifesting what he really wanted. Unfortunately, he did not go home with the gold, but he was fortunate enough to be able to go home with this suit, which is quite beautiful. I don't know how many times you can wear it again, but it was definitely chic. But I'm far more a bigger fan of his white Givenchy suit that he wore when he performed. That was beautiful and chic and stunning and looked far more modern to me. I mean, look at
Right.
that fabulous lock detail there. And look at the chunky chain jewelry. It just was so incredible. And I wish he had worn this on the red carpet. I think it would have been a lot more of a moment.
It's so sleek, and he finished off the night with an after party look that we have to talk about as well. It's Valentino and this turquoise. He's going for this like monochromatic look, and I'm not mad at this. Bevy, I'm gonna kick it back right to you. This matching turtleneck, oversized button-down shirt moment by Valentino. What did you think?
I thought it was beautiful. He's full on dripping in pastels. This is a really big trend for all of us this spring. We should all be wearing pastels. And Leslie Odom Jr. has definitely led the way for the men. So they should all take note. Every guy that we're with and hanging out with should be in pastel this summer.
Amen. And you know what? Another gent that really took a risk last night, Lakeith Stanfield in Saint Laurent.
Yes.
Looking at this, I'm like, I have never seen anything like this at the Oscars. Marissa, I feel like, you tell me, do you think we'll see more men take risks like this at the Oscars post-pandemic? Because this year felt a little different, right? I feel like, I don't know, there's a style rule here that's meant to be broken because he really pulled it off.
I hope that this was the year that changes it for the Oscars because, I was so bored of the plain black tux. I think we need to stop that. And so many men had these bold fashion moments. I mean, this suit was so unexpected, so cool. I want to rip this off his body and wear it myself. Like Anthony Vaccarello, please send it to my house. I'm obsessed with it. And I love that we saw so many men in jewelry last night as well. So he paired this with a gold chain and the glasses. I thought he looked very cool and very comfortable in his own skin and very powerful.
Absolutely. Did you think he looked fly, Bevy?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I think we can't underestimate the fact that inclusivity and diversity, this is what happens when you do this. Means that we have great different types of style on the red carpet because it was the men of color last night that really did stand out. Now, this I love because it's Saint Laurent and it's actually inspired by a real woman's jumpsuit from the Saint Laurent Spring 2021 collection. So he took this, they modified it for him, and he put the big white, shirt with the huge lapels on there, and voila. But I love that he's always fearless as far as androgyny. He's so secure in his masculinity that he'll wear wigs any time of the day or night. He'll wear this jumpsuit that was inspired by a woman's jumpsuit. So he's just bold and courageous, and I love it.
Bold, courageous, and fashion forward. Switching gears then, because someone who really stuck to script was Brad Pitt. He did wear a more typical black tuxedo, but Marissa, maybe you could talk a little bit about how Brad, or why Brad, maybe took this classic look beyond the tux.
Well, Brad Pitt is an ambassador for Brioni, which is who he was wearing last night. So Brioni is an Italian men's suiting and tuxedo, designer. So he's going to wear a classic tux at the Oscars. I think that's kind of a given. But I think what we really loved about him is how easy and effortless it is for him to be in a tux. Now he just took his hair, swept it back into his little man bun, and strolled out on the Oscar stage. That's exactly what we all wanted, especially last night with the award show kind of dragging on and not feeling, like the Oscars we once knew. We all needed that uplifting Brad moment, so I think that's why we had to include him here.
You're right.
People were definitely excited.
Yeah, they were. Were you excited, Bethany?
When I saw him come out, no, I was not. I just didn't want to see another black tuxedo, and there he was in a black tuxedo. And the man bun for me was not thrilling because we've seen Jared Leto honestly do it far better. So I was just like, oh, there's Brad Pitt. Good on him. You go, boy.
There was something nostalgic about that little hair bun that did it for me, though, because I just feel like I haven't seen it in a really long time. Brad really put his hair back like Legends of the Fall, little, interview with a vampire moment. Yeah. And maybe because, as Marissa pointed out, this was a moment in the show where I needed something like this, like to get excited about because I was kind of, falling asleep. So maybe we're giving him more credit than he deserved, but man, he looks good. I got to just say that.
Yeah. He definitely looks good.
Yeah.
Hands down, he looks good.
Right, exactly. The man is literally Benjamin Button. And speaking of young people, let's talk about Alan Kim. He, of course, was not nominated, but part of the cast of Minari, wearing this custom Tom Brown moment with the little tuxedo shorts in the school uniform. I mean, I loved it so much. Marissa, were you surprised to see shorts on the red carpet?
No, not on someone like him. I mean, this
Yeah.
is a classic like twist on a school uniform type moment. This is kind of what we see, Prince George, Prince Louis, and when they were young, we see them in shorts. So I thought this was very appropriate and absolutely adorable. He just looks so precious. This was a huge fashion moment for a little kid. I loved it.
He even had a blowout. I mean, I was here for it. Betty, what did you think?
Oh, I thought he was adorable, but I don't think he's the first man, a young man or man at all, to wear shorts on the Oscar red carpet. I want to say Pharrell did it.
That's
I want to
right.
say Pharrell
Actually,
wore shorts on the Oscars red carpet.
yeah, we have it right here. This is Pharrell in 2014. And I was surprised when I saw these shorts on the red carpet. Maybe less surprised when I saw Alan Kim in it. But again,
Yes.
men taking chances, though. We're here for it. The drama of it all. Shall we get right into it? Amanda Seyfried in this Giorgio Armani Privé hibiscus red ball gown. I mean, this is the kind of drama and glamour I come to expect at the Academy Awards. But Marissa, what did it for you?
I love seeing red on the red carpet. And this was a very big moment for her, being nominated for an Oscar. So I love that she matched the look with the moment. So, usually a red gown with a red lip on the red carpet, it can could be seen as expected, but there's something really modern about this dress that made it a little unexpected. I think it was the illusion neckline, the way that the draping flowed across her. It was really beautiful, just A+ beautiful.
Bevy, what was your reaction to Amanda's dress?
I absolutely loved it. We were talking before we went on air, and I was saying that traditionally I hate old Hollywood glamour, but because we didn't see a lot of that on the red carpet this year, this was actually bold and unexpected. And I thought that, anytime you can wear Armani Privé and it's plissé tulle, I mean, just look at that. Look at the construction on that gown. That gown stands up just like that, even when her body is not in it. It's just perfectly constructed. And of course, Giorgio Armani is the father of the red carpet fashion. And so it shows why people go to him time and again. But I thought she was beautiful, and I thought it was so appropriate because she stars in Mank, which is all about Orson Welles, and takes place in around the 1930s, 1940s. And so the glamour look really fit perfectly for her role in the film.
She was absolutely paying homage to it too. And I got to tell you, seeing it during the telecast in the audience too, it really stood out to me. It was the red, but also because of the tulle and the train. I thought she looked stunning. And earlier this month, Amanda told ET's Nichelle Turner about why she chose the bold look.
I think honestly, I had a really good red moment at the last Oscars I went to, which was about 10 years ago, and I think I've been missing that. It's the Oscar. We're back. We are commencing the backness of society.
Someone else who had a very good red moment at the Oscars last night, Angela Bassett. She wore this custom Alberta Ferretti number with that bow detailing in the back. And before we get into it all, and in an exclusive one-on-one with ET's Kevin Frazier last night, Angela explained how this dramatic look kind of came together at the last minute.
And we start working on it maybe about a week and a couple of days ago. My stylist, Jennifer, she just had this vision in her head, and they went at it. I mean, and I just waited until today to put it on.
Now, Bevy, do we believe that Angela just trusted her stylist, walked into the room, put on the dress, and said, okay, I'm ready, let's go to the red carpet?
Yes, because if you know anything about Angela Bassett, you know that she is a very decisive woman. You also know that if she lives by the rule of, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
That's
so
right.
She keeps that body tight and right all year round. So of course she can simply go to the Alberta Ferretti and say, yes, gown, and then put it on, and it's going to be perfect. I just love this. And I, again, want to applaud her for being a 62-year-old woman who shows that it gets greater later. She is a world-class, timeless beauty, and also a world-class red carpet slayer. And last night was no different.
I mean, come on. I agree with you right there. Marissa, what'd you think? Is it just me, or does Angela just get better with age?
She's flawless. She really is. I appreciated the drama of this look, and I really loved her hair and makeup last night. I just love the simplicity of her hair. I love that she did this dramatic eye in a navy shade. So it's something a little bit different, a little unexpected, and it really complemented the red in a way I would never have anticipated. So I mean, there's nothing bad to say about this. I loved it.
Slay
And
all
Marissa,
day.
And Marissa, can we also just talk about the fact that most women of any age are very afraid to do something so heavy underneath the eye, because we all know that that's a problem for many of us women, especially as you get older, that skin gets really thin. But not Angela Bassett, darling.
Not
She's
Angela
like,
Bassett.
black don't crack.
She needs to
Black
drop
don't
that
crack.
skincare routine. She needs to drop that skincare
Yes,
routine.
right.
So good. You know, someone else who really brought out a more dramatic look on the red carpet at the Oscars is H.E.R. She wore this hand-beaded custom jumpsuit and cape from Dundas. But what's so cool about it, if you guys look closely, it's embellished with lyrics from her nominated song, Fight For You. Of course, she wore her signature glasses as well, but I thought this was a real wow moment. Marissa, I know that H.E.R. paid tribute to another fellow musician turned Oscar winner. What can you tell us?
That's right. So she was sponsored by Prince. She was inspired by Prince. Can you imagine being sponsored by Prince? That'd be the best thing ever. So she was inspired by a look that he wore in 1985 when he went to the Oscars and was when he won actually Best Original Song, just like she did. So I guess it really worked. It was quite a good luck charm. So you know, you can really see the similarities between the shade, the cape, the drama. And she still managed to look just like her. And I think that, because I'm just like her, I think that's so important on the red carpet too, is that you never want to feel like a star doesn't look like themselves. You never want to feel like the look is wearing them. And she never, ever looks like that. She always looks very comfortable in no matter how dramatic the look is, which is what I love.
Did you agree, Bevy, that this was totally a look that she would wear anywhere else? Like it was very, very her?
Rory Weiss is Andra Day's stylist and also her stylist, and he told me that you know, her to be so young, she has a very definitive idea about the way she likes to look. So it's always a collaborative effort with her, and so that's truly the case with this. And I'm so happy that she won, and just like Marissa said, paying homage to Prince on the same you know, in the same regard that he won as well many years ago.
Absolutely. Well, we can't talk bold and daring without talking about Regina King's outfit last night. She was wearing custom Louis Vuitton, and this dress took over 140 hours to make. Not to mention it contained 62,000 sequins, y'all. Bevy, I feel like Regina can never do any wrong, especially this past award season. She has slayed. How do you think her Oscars dress compared to what we've seen her in this past year?
Well, you know what? Regina King is getting bolder and bolder with her red carpet style. You have to remember, she's been in the business for about 40 years at this point, which is insane. But for many years, she didn't have access to these amazing gowns like, you know, this Louis Vuitton moment. And so now that she is the star that she is and everyone wants to dress her, she's taking full advantage of it. And she's also very much collaborating with her stylists, Wayman and Micah, who do an incredible job on her. But I thought this was so great. It's architecturally important with the sleeves. And also, of course, it pays a little bit of homage to an Art Deco moment. So she was just perfect and divine in every way.
Marissa, did you feel like she saved the best for last year at the Oscars?
Oh, I absolutely did. And especially having that moment at the beginning of the show when the camera just follows her all the way into the venue. I mean, that was the platform that this gown and that she needed. I loved seeing it from every angle. She looked flawless.
All right, you guys, we're winding down here, but before we go, I have to get your guys' thoughts on one other fashion standout, Halle Berry's new haircut. She chopped it off right before the show. Bevy, a hair do or a hair don't?
Well, we have to say it's a hair don't. Edna Mode from The Incredibles, no one wants a piece of that. People were saying, okay, she must have lost Isaiah again. She looked really stressed out. The hair looked like it was a tantrum.
Oh, that's so good. Marissa, what did you make of the haircut?
I am not a fan of this look. I think it's very severe, and she's so beautiful that, you know, anyone as beautiful as Halle Berry should be able to pull it off, but it's just too severe for me. I'm kind of hoping that this was just for the Oscars, and maybe this is on the way back to a pixie cut or something that I really love on her. H.E.R. Abergel, another hairstylist, does this with his client, Charlize Theron, for the Oscars. Well, he'll do something really dramatic, and then they'll move on and change it. So I'm hoping that was it.
You would think we'd be talking about Halle and her new boyfriend making their red carpet debut, but because of that haircut, we can't stop talking about that. But maybe we'll get them on another one. In the meantime, Bevy Smith, Marissa Runyon, thank you guys so much for talking all things Oscars fashion. And thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you download that ET Live app so you don't miss another episode of the download. And of course, we have all your Oscars coverage on our website, etonline.com. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.